Okay, so everyone. All right, so hopefully Ross will join, but irrespective, we are back on in dun, 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 if I can get it to appear without it disappearing. Yes. The Seven Cities. There it is. That Kickstarter lives. All right, so
still producing stuff.
I know. I feel so bad for them. All right, so when last we saw Intrepid Heroes, you had fought Captain Philippe Fumiga's men to a standstill and had fled the burning city to make your way south and to rally forces to capture back your city from the evil noble, whose name I have already forgotten, but he's an evil noble. And you don't like him very much because he's that sort of man. What was his name? I'm glad you asked. He said, he appears in the very first.
I watched Princess Bride in the last week, so
excellent.
Yeah,
you're ready. You're ready. Is that what you're saying?
Indeed.
Duke Casimir's Marcin Sabat, who accused you of treason and then left you to your ways, but you managed to escape, fleeing the flaming things, fighting off the goon squads, literally, appearing in the graveyard, if I remember correctly, seeing the burning castle, and now you have fled on the ship of unfortunately the NPC, Roberto Gallo. Now, you find yourselves in one of the cities of the Vadach. And I can tell you which one. Now, the cat has jumped onto the desk, so I expect this all to go wrong any second now. She's stalking around. She's stuffing her face in everything I do.
She just wants you to know that she loves you.
She
cares about you and what's going on, and she wants to be involved.
She doesn't care about me. You can't lie. Okay, all right. So, Inanna. Look, there she is, by the way, everyone. Do you feel bad now? Do you feel like you're a villain? No.
Okay. Wants you to know that your keyboard is very comfortable and she would like to share it with you.
She went to sit. She went to lay on it.
Yeah.
Like a sitting the whole time. Okay. So, you've come to this southern city. The arrival at Vadachi has been uninterrupted. Luckily, you fled the capital of the Sarmatian Commonwealth. Now, so when the heroes reach Vadachi, they receive terrible news. Dominica and Enio's father, the Count Vespucci, was greatly angered by the announcement of the Golden Liberty. So this is why you've come, right? Because, you know, unable to call off the marriage, the Count Vespucci is unwilling to aid the deposed prince and his allies. The safe haven they expected to find is gone, and they are left out in the cold. It is time to find new allies, to secure a patron, and to raise an army to march on the Commonwealth and reclaim the prince's throne. There is only one problem. The Vadachi nobles are unwilling to involve themselves in the upheaval of their neighbours for fear that they are marching an army across borders that would be seen as an act of war. Not unreasonable as appear. As luck would have it, a more understanding Vadachi noble, the Marquis de Rege, is throwing a gala masquerade ball this very evening. The group have secured their invites and costumes and is making its way through the main gates. De Rege's estate, nicknamed the Rainbow House, is gorgeous on any day, with high spires that look out over the city and the Numenari approach. The architecture is inspired by classic Numa, which you can all imagine is Rome, basically. So Numa is basically sort of 4th century Rome, with the contemporary Vadachi flair and colour that gives a life and identity of its own. The courtyard is paved with stones of varying colours, forming a bright mosaic arranged around a massive central fountain. On the water's surface, countless paper lanterns float back and forth, and similar lanterns are hung around the courtyard, giving the entire place the feel of something of a fairy tale, but not a bad fairy tale. People gathered are no less fantastical, the political and social elite of Vadash, all decked out in clothing and costumes of the highest quality, with masks from simple and elegant to the extravagant and unbelievable, wander to and fro, sipping their drinks, engaging one another in conversation. A line of attendees stretches back from the gate. Some are on foot, others are on horseback or riding in carriages, and one group even arrives on a palanquin, my apologies, carried by 4 brawny servants. The estate has its own dedicated docks as well, and numerous small boats and pleasure yachts can be seen, either moored or waiting to dock. If you could, please, good gentles one and all, can you describe how you have arranged your clothing for this fine ball? Over to you, Azucena. Oh, actually, we should probably start with... Oh, no, we're starting with you.
Is there a theme?
Is there a theme? Rainbows. Rainbows, my friend. Rainbows. That's the theme.
Rainbows.
Yes. The Rainbow House's
okay.
greatest thing. People, color, light, a gossamer wind.
I think unicorn is on the cards here. Something unicornish.
Describe your unicorn costume.
Well, okay, fine. Let's see. What am I going to make it out of? Probably seal fur. A lot of seal fur went into my unicorn costume.
Okay.
The horn itself is actually hiding a dagger.
So you have a horn mounted on your
of course
mask, and it breaks off
unicorn.
and becomes a dagger.
Indeed.
Right, perfect.
Nice swishy tail that's rainbow colors of whatever I can muster with the dyes available.
So you're wearing a horse's tail, a unicorn's horn.
Why? How extravagant did you want this?
I'm just asking.
Okay.
Important question. What are you wearing? Something in between those things? Like I just
yeah. There'll be pantaloons and that sort of stuff.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah.
sure. You're wearing a pantaloon and a ponytail.
Pony play.
I could just do the mask.
Wow.
But
we're trying to keep
I've got
it
to
PG.
go all out.
PG, Alexi. PG.
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 What? Too much? It is
It's-
panache. I have panache.
By all means. By the way, welcome, Ross. Welcome. You just missed out. Perhaps you could give the short version, Azucena, of your costume.
Okay, the short version. We're going to a ball. The theme is rainbows because the house is rainbows. So I've naturally dressed as a unicorn, with a detachable horn on the head that is a dagger and a tail, rainbow coloured, with basically pantaloons and the normal garb in between of great quality.
Just so you're aware.
What are
we haven't
you
got to
wearing?
anyone else's costume. That's where we're going. Alexi. Oh, we've lost Alexi. Alexi was there. No, Alexi's back.
She's too busy laughing.
Alexi is busy checking that the dog is not doing something inappropriate. Out of there, Toby. Get out. Like that.
Right there. Alexi, what classic garb are you wearing? How have you dressed? You need to convince people to support your need for troops to retake the capital and drive out the evil
so I don't want to go
Baron.
over the top. I'm going for sober but rich. So I think it's going to be the red and gold.
Okay, so red, gold, yep.
Red velvet, a gold mask with a few kind of like prisms kind of around the cheek, so that when the light catches it, it actually casts a rainbow. I think that's subtle.
Okay. What about fur? Are we wearing fur? Because apparently it's all the rage. Someone's wearing seal fur.
Oh, I've got seal fur. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I know.
It's how you got white. I forgot to mention it to Ross. So
yeah, the seal fur. baby harp seals were involved in the making of this costume.
Yeah. Yes, I'll have some furs, and I don't know how cold is it right now, but yes, I will be
Awesome.
dressed in like fabrics that is like are obviously of the highest quality, very expensive, but restrained.
Okay.
I'm very serious about my goals.
All right, Bertrand.
Yeah, I'm wearing a very brightly colored coat. I think it would be like a vibrant blue and yellows kind of
Sure.
thing going on. But I'm not going unicorn. I'm not. It's
There can only
extravagant.
be one unicorn. That's
Yeah.
true. I think is where we're going.
Yeah. Well, it's extravagant, no doubt about that. But blending in a little bit more with the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're blending in.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a highly colored cloak.
Yep.
Are you
But,
bringing
I assume
your
everyone at
dueling
the party
weapons?
does. Yes.
Right. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I know you need me, but you don't need me that badly. Here, there's your bed. Use that. All right. Dominica, how have you dressed?
I guess not to be outdone, I have a very expensive flowing dress that magically shifts colors through the shades of the rainbow, and several that aren't, because why would I be so ghostly to only copy rainbows? And I have, rather than seal fur, I have a seal pup that's been puffed and dyed to look like a storm cloud that sits on my shoulder. And all this is coming out of Daddy's treasury. Not that he knows it yet, but hey, he abandoned me when I needed it most.
He did.
He's my least favorite parent, but his credit's still good.
Just mention again, what part of the seal did you puff out?
The whole seal pup.
Oh, a whole seal pup. Sorry.
It's one of those cute, fluffy white things.
Yeah. Oh, is it alive?
It's just been. Yeah, it's just been.
Oh, right. Okay. So you have a living seal pup.
It's alive for now. I'll probably give it away to some fur trader later on.
Right. Okay.
But, it's alive for now.
Okay. Okay. Good. So I think that leaves Ekaterina.
So I'm guessing this is some sort of Venetian-esque ball.
It is. It's a masked ball.
Masked ball. So Ekaterina is there, and she's wearing, because she represents the proletariat, she's wearing solid black, and
sure.
But also with whatever the Thean sort of like a Phrygian cap, and and then but also two bandoliers crossing her chest, but they're colored in rainbow colors, so useful and stylish at the same time.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry,
Fashion and function.
The cat is just endlessly attacking the area, so I'm just trying to see if she comes back. I've given her bed. It's on the thing. Okay. All right. So you step in now. We're going to be playing what's called a dramatic scene, which is different to the action scene that we did last time. The way that works is you want to sort of, effectively, it's a bit like those of us who've played various other games that use this model, it's like an extended success model. Mm-hmm. But it also kind of works at a higher level, right? So where action sort of economy is all about literally round by round description, in this one you still choose an approach, so you still do that thing where you combine a skill and a stat to sort of represent how you intend to like achieve your outcome, but you're kind of thinking about it on a bigger picture. So you sort of so for instance, you know, you might just call out. So say you were, say you want to impress a noble at a ball. One of your raises might be to dance really well in the court, or to catch the eye of that young debonair noble that you're seeking to persuade. Like, so it's that kind of concept, right? So rather than it being sort of a round by round breakdown of what you do, it's more narrative in structure, but you still use raises effectively.
Yeah.
So you've stepped in. So what I'm going to ask you, and probably step away from skills and stats for a second. Let's kind of think about this. What approach do you want to take? Like, how do you want to prosecute convincing people? I should mention, do you know?
So our objective with this is just to muster support. And
well, yes.
And for Alexi to engage with the host, basically. Is that correct?
Well, the host is hosting the ball. He's more generous than some of the others, but there are a lot of Vadashi nobles here. You've had a pretty poor result with Vespucci, who is the father of 2 of your party. So you've come to Marquis de Reget to see if you can get his assistance. There are a couple of other people you could talk to. So, yeah, so I guess the thing is, how about I read what you see on the inside, and then while I do that, you guys think about how you think your character is going to approach kind of having an impact, persuading people, doing things. I should point out, a little bit like the One Ring and more generally other things, impressing people does not always depend on just social skills, right? So if you're not heavy on social skills, don't see that as a sort of alley that you have to go down. Think a little laterally about how you can use a stat and a skill from the more physical end of town to, you know, persuade and impress and do those sorts of things. All right, so you step into the room having rocked up in various colors and garbs. Once you're inside, the scene is no less magnificent. The main ballroom is awash in light and color, with cloth tapestries hanging from the balconies that line the walls. A full symphony plays on the stage off to one side, and servants carrying trays of drink and food meander through the room, offering refreshments to the guests. There is a buffet-style set of tables set out in various places around the room as well. Oh, sorry, I've moved too far. And a dozen small circular tables with chairs set around them. The center of the room is dominated by an open space that looks like it is being used as a dance floor. More than a score of dancers, so more than 20 dancers, are currently spinning and twirling around in intricate patterns of formal dance. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is wearing a mask and a costume of varying intricacy and expense. You do see some guests entering and leaving through other rooms, and after making a few quick circuits, you discover that these are mostly sitting rooms that have been set aside for quiet, more intimate conversations. One appears to be a small library or study. One is a sitting room with a number of very comfortable-looking red leather couches, and another is a trophy room adorned with various stuffed animals, mounted animal heads, and ornamental weapons in fine glass display cases. There are other doors as well, but they appear to have guards stationed nearby. The guards do not seem to be particularly aggressive. You see more than a few guests draw close to these guarded doors, and they are gently turned away, but are otherwise not harassed or bothered. So, how would you like to sort of interrogate the room, as it were? How would you like to persuade or convince, or even help other people persuade and convince?
I was going to go with like panache and convince, but I'm actually thinking that I want to go with brawn and convince.
Okay.
You're going to intimidate, are you?
No, not to intimidate, but I'm a very large, handsome, well-built man who I want to portray myself as a very strong, sober leader. I mean,
Okay. with
think that I'm
stature.
going
You want
out there
you
with
want
a
to show
crazy,
stature.
wild idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to present myself really as very like I'm
Prominent.
you know, to balance the idea that I'm doing something wild and crazy with actually this is a very well thought out, sensible idea, and my nobles have just turned against me out of jealousy and fear, and I need their help to reclaim the kingdom.
Okay, cool. Well, that does sound like brawn and convinced, so I'm convinced, as they say. I will also say you could have used warfare as well, to sort of persuade people you've got, because warfare is actually all about big picture military planning things. But you're going with the I'm the sober leader as opposed to I've got a plan. So that's fine. What about you, Dominica?
I think I'd like to hint that this whole disagreement with dear old dad, as that he's soured on the idea of me marrying a foreigner. So perhaps I might be persuaded to marry someone from the duchy. I would be favorably disposed were they to lend their aid.
So what combo are you seeing that being represented as?
Panache and tempt.
I would probably agree. Panache or Panache. Yeah, Panache is fine. Yep. And tempt, definitely.
Yeah.
100% agree. Bertrand.
Yeah, so I'm going for, I think, pretty much the opposite end of the scale to Alexi. I'm going full out. Wouldn't it be crazy and cool?
Okay.
If you got involved in this awesome thing, and we could be like, it would be like such a cool story, though.
So bravery.
So we're gonna split the room, and I'm gonna talk to some people, and you're gonna talk to the other people who'd be convinced your way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what do you see that as being?
I think it's a little bit like I'm distinctly going for a kind of showing off my kind of skills a bit and being like, don't you want to be cool like this?
Okay, so that's definitely panache.
Yeah, thinking panache, and maybe weaponry or perform. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think weaponry, I think.
I don't think it can be weaponry because that's more sort of literally exactly what it sounds like.
Yep, fair enough. Well, I'll do perform then.
Okay. And then finally, certainly not last, is that Ekatavana. What do you see?
Ekatavana is going to she's going to approach this using wits and scholarship.
Okay, so what's the angle, my friend?
The angle is she's going to sort of appeal to sort of the I suppose with the Vodace, they have like, it's a bit like Venice, they have like this sense of ancient liberties.
Yeah.
And that they have this sense of like you know, that they're like more not more democratic, but more free than the rest of these sort of than the rest of the other nations of the continent.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use my wits and scholarship to sort of talk about their history and the championing of these universal rights, and that they need to support these when it comes to their freedoms in the Commonwealth.
Okay, so so that sounds completely fine. So can I get everyone to roll the right skill and select the right trait when they do so?
Has Rob done his one? What did he get?
No,
sorry, my
No,
apologies.
you left it out.
I'm tempted to do wits and hide and just play games through the place, but as a unicorn. But no, I will actually use my wits and my convince to just engage the crowd. I'm trying to engage their curiosity for what's that unicorn about? And and yes, that's I'm just simply going to be convincing people and having the ha 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 conversations.
Okay, so wits and convince. Okay, so can I get everyone now to make a and do note you can all have 1 hero point. We're starting the session, so please have a hero point each.
Okay.
Now, can I get you to roll your skill and your stat that you've identified so that we can calculate the raises? One thing to say, and I've only just realized it myself, on the character sheet, there's actually a raises right underneath nation on the traits on the top of the character sheet. So once you get the number of raises you're getting, just do the +1, +1, +1, so you get the number of raises you have, and then we can then you guys can keep track of your raises when you use them up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Roll away.
So how do we use our hero points? Do we have to do anything particular?
You do it in the when that roll menu comes up. There was a hero point kind of spot. Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
think
you also
this is
use it
very
to activate
important to me.
your features as well.
I cannot
yeah,
add
what am I
raises
saying?
because no combat is active on my character sheet.
What?
Okay.
That's what it says. I pressed +1 and it says you cannot because no combat is active.
Oh.
You're so weapon focused, aren't you?
Yeah.
Diversify.
All right. Okay. So much for that
Oh.
plan. Okay. So
When you look the people in the eye, don't stab them.
Caravana got 2 raises, and everyone else got 3 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to do. Yeah. I'm going to. I got. Sorry,
got
so
3.
what did you want us to do with it, Thomas? Was it to add it to the initiative tracker?
No, don't worry, it doesn't work. I had a whole vision, but
okay.
it's not actually flying, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I
Just remember how many raises you've got. I've written down the fact that everyone's got 3 except for Caravana, who's only got 2. All right. So what you can do is use either, so you can use a raise to gather information. The other thing is, I will just point you all at your advantages, because per the comment made by Rob, you can actually use, some of them come just activate, and some of them, they're under features, by the way, allow you to use a hero point to activate.
Okay.
So for instance, as an example, Caravana has connections, which allows them to kind of make a thing. Also, you can use you've got poison immunity. Just saying, could be useful. So do have a look at your advantages quickly and just understand what they let you do, because you can actually use them to sort of influence things. In particular, Alexi has leadership.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
But also disarming smile. So anyway, I'm not telling you to use them right away. I'm just saying they're options.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully nobody's going to try and start a fight with me at the ball.
Yes, hopefully.
It is a ball after all, and historically, whenever we played these sorts of games, Thomas, it ends up in a fight and us jumping off the cliff into the ocean.
I don't know why you say that. This won't happen this time.
Okay, good. Just checking.
That's terrible. Sorry, I'm just reading people's advantages. So I do quite like that. All right, and oh yes, and an honest misunderstanding by the Striga. All right. So my first question to you is: you're in the ball. Who's dancing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, so who's not dancing? No one. All right, excellent.
The losers and lame people.
Oh no,
in silence.
Ekavana might be dancing.
Oh, okay.
Harsh.
Obviously, I wasn't talking about you.
Of course.
I think Ekadavana is standing in the library pontificating at everybody who wants to
Right.
I was about to say, someone has to be out on the balcony having a cigarette with wallflowers, garnering their support.
Watching from the second story, looking down on all the dancers, judging them.
What is known as
Yeah.
the Smokers Caucus.
Yeah. Never walk away from the smokers' caucus. All right. So if that is the case, then you all are dancing around. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is it'll cost you a raise to find out information while you're dancing. How do, if you wish to, who is going, because you don't know really anyone. I will also point out advantages. So Dominica has a couple of useful ones, friend at court, for instance, and potentially an honest misunderstanding if things go really wrong. At the same time, Katavana has a not dissimilar one in connections and extended family. So both of those give you a sort of freebie to kind of build, to sort of know one. All those ones give you a freebie to know someone. So
Actually, one question. What's Alexi doing? Are you dancing as well?
Oh yes.
Yep, good.
Absolutely.
Okay. As your bodyguard, I don't want to get too far away from you, but I am watching.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go in. I'll jump.
All right. Jump, as they say.
Yeah.
You're doing one of those very quick, sort of leaping dances.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leaping in this dance. Yes. All right. Dancer.
Yes.
Was it a pavan or something?
Yeah.
No,
I have-
that's slow and stately. That's what I'll be doing.
All
Or
right.
maybe one of the ones where I have to throw the ladies around. Mm.
And a brawl. Yeah. You know that I'm really small.
That is true. You are. All right. So
Yeah.
you're doing a fast
Mm.
leaping dance. We don't know what it's called, but we know it's fast and leaping.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And this view is before you, all these people in stately robes and dresses.
Yeah.
The only difference is they're obviously all wearing masks, held with little, sticks in many cases. Although some have got them tied. You feel yourself being dragged into the sort of dancing ring, as it were.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably chatting with some, wife of a nobleman.
Of course,
Yep.
someone who could potentially cause a duel at some later point. Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If enough people like me,
So noting that you had gone with a quite performative and panache-driven model of approach, how are you seeking to gather information from this woman? And may I ask, what sort of information are you seeking to gather?
Sure. Well, I think I'm trying to get a kind of gaze for who she knows that might be looking for a bit of adventure. Might be,
Yes.
might be feeling a little bored,
Yeah.
a little stagnant in their lives.
Yeah, you need the hot heads.
Exactly. Yeah. Who's gonna get really enthusiastic and riled up about some cause, whatever cause gets thrown at them.
Okay.
Yep. And I think I'm going for a very I'm showing off. I'm showing off a lot. I'm doing a lot of kind of, look at how cool and and amazing I am. We should, yeah.
All right. Okay. One thing you do find out very quickly, and actually you're reminded of it by her, that actually the Count himself, yes, the guests, Marquis Cesarino de Regi. We'll do it that way. Cesarino de Regi, the host, is not only a man known for his honesty and his true sense of justice, but he's also a fellow graduate of the Embrigia Dueling Academy. She notes in passing that you share the same setup in your weapons that the Count is often seen to wear.
Oh, very nice. Maybe we could bond.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yes. In some way. Yes,
Yeah.
Count Cesarino de Regi. Okay. So
Yes.
he's also known for his sense of justice, which is, it should be noted, quite unusual as a characteristic and probably frowned upon in Vadashi. So there you go. All right. Nice. Who next would like to enter the dance?
Dominica's going.
Okay, Dominica.
I'll perform something frenetic and technically precise.
Of course.
But I'll try to find out if there are any young, preferably well-armed young noblemen who might be interested in trophies of war from Salvation noblemen.
So some sort of victory.
I figure if everyone's a noble, being a Salvation noble doesn't have a lot of pull, but the current nobility are very rich and can be easily deprived of those riches. They are like commitment of pieces.
So the man you're talking to mentions Baroness Rosa Santina Manco, the Araviste, so the recently arrived. She recently acquired her title. She is from the more common classes who has managed to buy her way into the entitled nobility. And you are sure that she would be interested. She wishes to sort of prove herself and establish her right to be this baroness. So yes, that is the suggestion that the gentleman that you are dancing with makes. What about who else is? I know who isn't dancing. That's a Caravana.
Right.
So
I shall take to the dance floor now.
Oh, Alexa, you stride out into the dance floor.
So I'm going to go into a very complex patterned dance, which will allow me to talk to lots of different people, the kind where it's like a group forms and twirls about and then breaks up and then forms into a different group, that kind of one. So I get to like canvas a very large number of people. but something that's quite stately, so I can, you know, show myself to good advantage to everybody.
Right. Well, many of the Vadashi who are significantly shorter than you note your presence and your passing and your very foreign clothing.
Yes.
And possibly the ponytail of your bodyguard. But look, moving on. Anyway, how does that stay in? What I would like
Don't
to
ask.
Don't ask. It's a question that needs no answer. Okay. So
Let's refine the outfit. I mean, think of something brassy, mask, etc. A mantle of seal fur, and the rest of the garb with a tail.
yeah,
Perfectly legit.
perfectly legit. I did note that while Dominica was dancing, there was a harp seal floating around somewhere. And it wasn't someone dressed as a harp seal. It was a full-on legit baby harp seal flopping around on the floor.
How
It's like the
garish.
ultimate wrong poodle. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So, Alexi, you dance. You
Sorry, I'm
dance like a
listening.
king, like a prince even.
Yes.
Like a king in waiting. Or perhaps you are the king. After all, your father did lie.
My father
upon you.
died.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Perhaps you will become the king. When the noble, if the nobles elect you, whom?
Yeah.
So, what sort of questions are you asking? As this fine young woman is dancing with you in awe of your giant, bear-like complexion and shape.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm asking for who are the leaders of the court, who sets the fashions, who's sober and restrained, yeah, who guides, who are the elders who guide the court, if there are any.
Well, there are many who guide the court, but of course, amongst them, Marquis Cesarino de Regi is, of course, the foremost in this court, and does hold, after all, the largest army of any who have attended this day. So by far the most powerful noble in the room. Yes. However, he may not be the greatest soldier in this room.
Okay, so who is the greatest soldier?
Count Nicostrato Guttuso. God Lord. Count Nicostrato.
We want to know about everybody in this room, by the way.
Wow.
We want a name for every single one.
It's also wrong.
Strato, that's who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Count
So,
Nico.
A man of
Nico.
action.
It's Nico.
Nico. Hey, Nikos.
You know, I've seen him since that day, right? He actually came to check my house for bees a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
It was very weird. I didn't bring up the Nico thing. For the best. To explain, at a birthday party that Rob and I attended when we were 21 years old.
Which was my birthday party,
yes,
my 21st.
But when we were 21, when you were 21 and I was 20, one of Rob's friends came with their boyfriend to the event, and Rob had told me his name was Nikos. And when he rocked up, I, of course, introduced myself as Thomas and said, Nikos, how's it going? Not remembering the character from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which was the inspiration for said very humorous joke, to which Sarah, Rob's friend, was heard to refrain, his name's Nick, not Nikos. And
I had a quiet chuckle.
Sent me backwards with Sarah. I'm not saying Sarah ever particularly liked me, but I feel like that really cruelled that relationship immensely. Anyway, I see her at the farmers markets every now and then.
Okay.
I wonder if she still goes to Mawson's hut and restores it. Okay, so yes, the Count has earned his title in battle, his army having defeated numerous enemies of Adachi over the years. Surely he will want to relive his glory days one last time.
I sure hope so.
Yes, he's a serious man. He's the man in black.
I want the man in black.
There's so many men in black.
Going that way.
Yeah, that way. All right. So, Azucena, just wondering, do you dance? Do you dance?
I dance. Of course I dance.
Right.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
The targets of my dance are actually the young ideal males who want to change the world.
Right. You're looking for.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm actually just trying to convince them of a different way of doing things. And this is your savior of this different way.
Right.
Don't ask me about any of the politics or anything, because I really don't know anything about the politics.
No, that's fine.
I do know how to convince people to support people.
You do. So you're literally recruiting people to come with you.
Absolutely.
The younger brothers and younger sisters of wealthy nobles who have no future of their own, but surely an adventure to the north will give them an opportunity.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Just as a guess.
For glory.
Okay.
Fame, fortune, and glory.
All the greatness. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are just going to pause there because I've realized Alex has not appeared and I just need to deal with that problem. Give me literally 2 minutes and I will be right back. Done what I need to do. All right. So now, Ekatavana, you're looking around, paying attention. What, if anything, are you looking for?
So I'm looking for the sort of, I'm in the library, so I'm around the library, which you mentioned.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sorry. No, yes. Yep,
and I'm sort of looking for those people who are sort of a bit too maybe skittish or not too interested in the dance itself.
Yeah.
The intellectuals. And I'm trying to sort of spark up a conversation around whatever this was. It obviously there's a contemporary sort of like enlightenment happening in this world as well. So I'm trying to sort of talk about that and link it to the current political happenings in the Commonwealth.
Okay.
Do I have any to start? What a pleasant evening! What a fantastic evening to spend with me. The hours will just fly by.
So, one of the people you, so you're sort of chatting to people, you realize there's a woman of Sarmatian origin. So same background as Alexei. Sort of suddenly sort of there. She greets you quite friendly, and is similarly interested in, you know, thinking and pamphlets, particularly pamphlets that talk about the rights of all to be free and to make their way in the world. She's quite a chatty person, and you cannot help but feel a degree of commonality with her, despite her non-Basuran background, because she feels very similar to yourself. Like, she obviously comes from some degree of wealth and power, but she's also very aware of, you know, how your class are really just a festering, you know, bauble on the side of the proletariat.
I hear you, sister. Does she have a name?
Estera.
Estera, okay.
Even though it's technically it's not how the system works because we're using razors. However, I will just ask, if you would be so kind, that you make a roll for me. Separate Let me just grab up a character sheet so I'm thinking about this. It's not quite how it works, but I think it is appropriate this one time. Actually, you can use scholarship. Actually, no, that's a fair point. You're using scholarship, aren't you?
Yeah.
That was what you pushed on. All right, no. So you're looking at her, and you, of course, because you were, after all, like sort of almost ambassadorial role at the summation court. This is Astera Sabat. Anyone remember who Sabat is?
That's isn't my enemy Sabat?
Indeed, he is.
Sabat?
Dun dun dun.
It's his daughter's rejected him.
Marcin Sabat is your enemy.
And so this is his daughter as well.
Yeah.
Ah.
So this is
We've
the
got so much in common.
Yes.
Like, who's that Philip Ruddock?
Apologies.
This is Philip Ruddock moment.
His
Oh, you're
daughter
referring
leaving the
to-
country. Yeah.
His daughter actually
Yes.
working for like Lawyers Without Borders or the Human Rights
Yeah,
Commission
yeah.
or something. I remember it
Leaving
quite
the
well.
country because she's so ashamed of her father.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, remember it well. All right, so
We're gonna get stabbed.
she is so she's quite the enthusiastic rebel like yourself. So you can't help but get the sense she might be supportive of the prince's move to ennoble all of the peasantry of Sarmatia.
Good.
Oh, Ross, I think we've lost you.
Back.
No, yep, there you
Yep.
are. No,
Yeah.
it's just I thought you said something and it didn't come through.
Oh no, that's great. So we can use her to I just heard that we can use it to mobilize the peasantry.
Sure.
Yeah.
She supports mobilizing
No,
peasantry. She hates the noble class with a passion. So the evening wears on. So which of you do you try and consolidate on one or two of these people? Do you try and all go and talk to your individual kind of lead? Do you try and swap out some of the leads? So just to remind you, you have the Baroness Rosa Santina Manco, who is the Arrivedereste. You have Marquis Cesarino de Regi, the host. And you have Count Nicostrato Guttuso, who is also known as something which you
I will say I'm really struggling with getting these names down tonight.
excellent.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go talk to Count Nico. I think who was going to talk to Nicostrato?
Yeah.
Who's going to go and talk to the main Marquis? He's my
I think-
second person I want to
I
talk
think
to.
I'll go chat up with the Marquis. I mean, we have stuff in common. We're,
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you can break the ice for me with him.
yeah.
Okay, so in no particular order then, since you two jump forward. Count Nicostrato Guttuso is an older man, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. Still, however, hale and fit as a man of his military demeanor would appear to be. He's wearing black clothing, like pretty much all Vadashi nobles when given the opportunity to choose their own color. He's got a couple of followers with him who bear a particularly military look and feel. And yes, you stride up to him, impressive even. Greetings, my lord. I believe you are Prince Alexei of the Sarmatian Commonwealth, are you not?
I am indeed. You are well informed.
Indeed, I've followed the whole thing, you know. You
whole
must tell me about
thing?
your wedding plans.
Sorry about my what?
You must tell me about your wedding plans. I've heard
Oh, my
everything. I'm very
wedding
interested.
plans.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
That old cad Vespucci finally did something right. Marrying
well,
his daughter off. I mean, tell me more. I mean, what sort of did you have you chosen the flowers?
We are still working through the finer details of the wedding plans at the moment.
So, do you
Very
have
sadly,
someone
we've
in
had
mind?
to delay things because my kingdom has been stolen from me.
Hold on. Are you saying the wedding of the century is being held back?
Yes.
Good Lord, that's terrible.
Through the fear and jealousy of the nobles of the Sarmatian Commonwealth, who drove me and my beautiful bride to be from the palace burning around our ears.
My God, it breaks my heart to hear it. Absolutely devastating. I can't believe they did it. Tell me, have you got anyone in mind for... Well, I guess the question is, who have you brought in to organize the wedding?
Well, I'm not sure that I can trust anybody that I had planned. Have you got anybody you could recommend to me? Seems you are very knowledgeable on this.
Well, I will admit a passing interest in the space myself.
I would never have guessed.
Yes. All the latest things. I follow all the latest in wedding planning. Of course, no woman has ever felt the touch of my heart. It's broken me. I've spent my whole life as a military commander, you know. I'm one of the most feared men in Vadachi, and yet always
alone.
The groom. No, not ever.
It's always the groom.
Always the groom.
Always alone.
Always the
Alone.
best man.
Always, not even the
Always
best
the
man.
best man.
Barely in
No.
the bridal party.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Always, yes.
Always a guest. Breaks my heart.
I had no idea, my lord.
Oh,
I
look,
just
I
heard
do tend to think,
rumors of your military prowess.
and that is all anyone ever talks about. Look at me. Why not?
My
Why not?
wedding plans.
Indeed.
I could not be more honored if you would help me with my wedding plans.
I'm touched by your trust in me. I too feel that I could be your wedding planner. I guess the only thing holding us back is where to hold the wedding. Perhaps we could take the halls of the Sarmatian castle and upon their dead corpses dance the dance of festivity. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I cross over. You can see where the confusion might lie.
Yeah, I can see there could be a few problems with that, but I do very much approve of the plan of taking back the halls of the Sarmatian Commonwealth. And
His gusto.
and
Gattuso,
celebration
please.
with all of the people of my kingdom.
Oh my God, of course. We could have an open air wedding. You could celebrate it with the people. As they are ennobled, you could be married. This is brilliant. We need to get back there. We need to make that happen.
Please, I would love to do that. Have you got men that you can call upon to help us in this quest?
Looks behind him at the two guys following him around, who are right now going,
Oh, God.
it's not gonna happen today. Anyway, Giuseppe, I believe we have places we need to be with the men. Anyway, look, Alexei, I trust, sir, that we shall meet on the field of battle, destroy our enemies, and can I suggest irises as a decoration for the center of the table. I do think they're quite attractive.
Striking, just like my bride.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. I do think so. Look, this has been an absolutely enchanting conversation. You are the first person to approach me and offer me the opportunity to just show my true skills as wedding planner.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, Domenica is going to be so excited when I tell her.
I'm sure she will. Everyone knows I'm into this sort of space, you know. Well, not everyone. Actually, most people think I'm a military genius, which tragically is both true and disappointing.
It basically
Well,
describes Zach
perhaps this will
Brannigan.
allow you to build a new reputation.
Yes. Well, look, if I have
That'd
spent
help you,
this
yeah.
whole second half of my life thinking, how did I end up being pillager of village, conqueror of castle, when all I really wanted to do was talk about crystalware? Anyway.
And multi-tier wedding cakes.
Oh my God. So much about multi-tier
It's
wedding
a
cakes.
funny world, isn't it?
It is. It is a funny world. All right. So I think you can spend another raise. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The pillars of society are going to depend on a wedding cake.
So that's 2 raises for you. So you will see Alexei having a great chat with Nicostrato Gattuso, and you see him waving to his men, and like they race out, clearly off to get the men rallied. If I may, who was going to be next? There was someone else who put their hand
It
up.
was me, yeah.
Yeah.
My
Okay,
ambrosia
Bertrand.
buddy.
I'm about to just flit off to take Dominica for a turn around the dance floor and tell her that I've got us a wedding planner.
Yes. All right. Bertrand, you approach the Marquis Cesarino de Regi, the host. An older gentleman, once again, adorned in beautiful rainbow garb. At first, you struggle to see him, but surely only he would wear rainbow crystal mask. So elegant in its design that at first you don't realize it's made of glass at all. Hello, sir.
Well, hello. I've heard that you're a fellow graduate of the Ambrosia Academy.
I am a graduate of the Ambrogia Dueling Academy, like yourself, I see.
Yes, I have also heard rumor that you may be a man in search of a bit of adventure.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, sir. The snuff. It's right up in there. Well, yes, that's what many have heard. However, it may also not be true. Why does it of interest to you what I might or might not be seeking?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Bertrand Vespucci. I am here with my party of fellows who have...
Ah, you're the oldest of Vespucci's children, yes.
Indeed, I am.
Yes. Interesting man, your father.
Yes. Yes. Well, I am not here with him or on his behalf this fine evening.
Yes.
No, I am here accompanying a good friend of mine, Alexei, the king, perhaps, of starts with an S place. Summation.
Commonwealth, yep.
Yes, the would-be king of the Summation Commonwealth.
I see.
Yes, we we are about to embark on a sort of adventure of our own
Truthfully.
together.
And what sort of adventure would that be?
Well, there has been a great scandal. A number of his noblemen have stormed his castle, and we are going to go take it back.
Are you? And why is that of interest to me?
Well, while we are in the area, we decided we might seek others who would be willing to join us on our quest.
I see. And once again, what is in it for me?
Royal favor. Yeah,
The whisper
Perhaps-
across the
yeah.
From across the shouted room, a whisper is heard. Yes.
Well, perhaps there could be a favor in it from our good friend Alexei.
I see. Perhaps this is true. Does Alexei offer me trade access or simply the promise of maintaining the current arrangements?
I'm sure we could work out a deal.
I see.
I say
You are-
confidently, having no idea whether that's possible or not. I don't even really know Alexei that well. I'm actually just here as Dominica's bodyguard.
You, sir, are far too much like your father. I'm not like the rest of us. I'm an honest man. You have misread me. Would you
I
like to spend a hero point?
I would, sure, I'll spend a hero point. What am I
Or-
spending a hero point?
Well, I
could
guess,
spend it on your behalf. If you'd like.
Yeah.
well, you'll have to appear at this point, Dominica, to recover.
Yeah.
It's
The
an
situation.
honest misunderstanding. Wow.
Well,
So you
Um,
can just spend the hero point, and
Yep.
then what does it let you do again?
I can edit, redact, or otherwise alter something I or another hero just said, reinterpreting the words into the kindest form.
Please, reinterpret for me.
Well, obviously, the promise of which is still stands, but the justice often doesn't come for free. This will allow you to pursue other righteous goals in the world. It fulfills your greatness, to fulfill your paganism.
So you are suggesting to me I should be concerned because of justice.
Well, yeah, it's justice and fairness.
I see.
This was done to benefit the common people of Salacia, but also the nobility who too long have been. There are others who've seen injustices within Salacia and have been unable to black. And personally, I love the rightful king of Salacia.
I see. Well, yes, I guess when you put it that way, it's a far better answer than the one I just received. Would you both? I'm gonna. Okay, so you've got 2 raises left. How many and you've got technically 1 raise left.
Yeah.
Bertrand?
Yep.
How many raises do you want to spend to convince this guy?
Perhaps I should come in and spend my last raise on him.
So all 3 of you are now thrown in on this guy.
He is. You did say that he had the largest army.
I did,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll throw in my last
So-
raise.
I need him, and so I will come in and prove to him that I am an honest man.
I see.
And that my cause is just, and that I value loyalty in the highest degree. And those who have shown loyalty to me will be rewarded when I have the capacity to reward them again.
Okay. Well, so you burn your last raise. Remember, he's not joining your court, but sure.
Yeah.
But he's also recognizing what you're offering.
I remember my friends sort of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
also remember my enemies. No. All right. So he is willing to be convinced. So on that note, well, on the promise of a discussion on trade routes, not some underhanded bribery, but some more formal arrangement. And obviously, I see your point, sir, about breaking the sort of, bringing justice, or sorry, ma'am, I should say, bringing justice to the land. Yes, you may count on my support, although I will need to be recompensed for the cost of the troops once you have regained control of the Commonwealth.
Of course.
Right.
And I
yep.
will ask for him to coordinate with Count Nicostratus.
Well, with Gattuso on our side, we've probably got a very good chance. He's quite the excellent military commander. Slightly odd man in his personal life, but very good at killing people.
Yes. Well,
Usually
I've agreed that he's going to be my wedding planner, so.
Really? I wouldn't have picked him for a wedding planner.
Enthusiastic about it.
Much like a military campaign, I'm led to believe.
I wonder how he'll decorate the walls. And as he says that, he turns and walks away. Okay, so you've covered off two of the three nobles that you were aware of. Baroness Rosa Santina Manco, the Araviste, is outstanding. But you're sticking next to Alexei, are you not? Good. Azucena, yes.
Generally, yes. Yeah. There still is a threat.
So it may be that you just talk to the two that you've talked to. Happy to be convinced otherwise, but if that is who you talk to, yes.
Yeah. Well, so I don't even know there's another person around because they're in the library, aren't they? So
No,
right.
That was.
There is someone in the library. It's not who you're.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
right. So who's the last one? Who's the last one to deal with?
It was that the EveryGAME.
Yeah, Baroness Rosa Santina Manco, the Araviste.
And who is she again?
She is the woman who recently acquired her title, having come through the sort of middle class, and is desperate to prove her worthiness as a baroness.
Ah, okay. Somebody who is uncertain. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I need to pay the Baroness a visit.
The Baroness Rosa Santina Manco. Okay, so you're going to talk to her?
Yep.
Okay. Well, she's sitting pretty much in the kind of bottom end of town part of the dance floor because she's not landed wealth. So there's a fair amount, even though technically they're merchant princes, they've got really long sort of family histories, and she's an upstart and they don't like her very much.
All right. Okay. Well, I go over to her with my short stature. I take off my mask and horn and bow low.
Well, that's easy
Sorry,
for you.
I'm a little hoarse.
Yes, you are. Indeed you are. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Well,
That's right. I'm going to try and make her feel a bit more comfortable, but superior to me.
not
Is
hard.
what I'm trying to.
Not hard.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Right now, easy.
Yeah. I
I
assume she had nobody around her. By the
No,
way,
no,
when you
not
say
really.
that
No,
she was.
no.
Yeah,
She's
so-
definitely an outcast in the room.
All right.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, would you? Well, I get talking to her about, well, the world outside of this place as we know it, and feed her bits of the latest gossip from other cities that we've been. And once I've got her a bit more relaxed, I ask
Yeah.
her if she wants to dance.
Oh, absolutely. She wants to dance, even
Okay.
if it is with a very odd foreigner. But
Yeah.
you're the only one offering. So yes, she will dance.
Okay. I lead her to the dance floor and we talk and we
Okay.
dance. And does she know many of the people actually here?
Oh yeah, she knows them all. As
She
in,
knows
she
them
knows
all.
who they are.
They're just treating her like a pariah because she's come from the lower class.
Yep, 100%.
Okay. Well, perhaps I don't know much about politics, but I know opportunities when I see them come along.
Yeah.
To improve standing and the respect of people. And
do you?
I do indeed. I may be a humble unicorn, but I know these things. So I don't say that.
That's lucky because you're bringing in the weird, man. I'm not
Yeah.
Super weird.
No. We've taken the mask off.
That's
We've
right.
taken the mask off. The tail can come off as well. And
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
talked to her about the opportunity of what Alexi is offering.
Oh, a chance
so many-
for her to make her name, if you're saying.
Correct.
How will they know it was me?
How would you like them to know?
I don't know. How would it be reported? What would my place be? I hear that you've already convinced Gattuso to go with you. He's the most famous soldier in Vadash.
He is indeed.
Because
And we've convinced.
if we
and
ask
we've
Dominica
convinced
nicely,
others. Yep.
Dominica will need women in her wedding party, and if her father is not going to be approving of the marriage, she might not have many ladies in waiting to support her.
Are you like dancing along next to us?
Yes.
Saying this.
I don't want to be known as the hanger-on.
No,
I
but
want
you
to
have
be
the
known
opportunity.
as the victorious countess, the victorious Baroness Rosa Santina Manco.
Yes.
Well, you better put your armor on then.
Perhaps I could be known as the Baroness Rosa Santina Manco, the victor. Better name than Leo Riviste.
It is. Trust me. Well, that's the question. What I do not know anything about you, unfortunately, except by your title. We've never met before, but I see that you want to climb the steps to be at the top of the steps, looking down.
I want to claim the rightful place that I am owed for all the work that I have done. These families, these nobles, the Vespucci.
Yeah.
For instance, I've met the Count. He invited me to one of his dinners. and then he chose to humiliate me.
I see. I see.
I'm
That
going
was
to
a-
make them all pay one day.
Okay. Lovely.
Every single one of them.
Alexi, do we really need this one?
No, we don't. She sounds a bit unstable.
Meanwhile,
Well,
in the other room,
I-
Ekadabana goes, a third?
Well, it might be time to pass her on to the next partner in this dance.
Oh, I see. Fine. I'll remember you. You're on my list now as well. Meanwhile, quite
Well,
seriously, Ekadabana, you can hear it. You can feel it in your vibes. It's like there's another entitled, wealthy white person who wants to burn down.
correct.
Going up,
And
going up here.
it's my Los Vagabondas senses are tingling here.
That's right.
I know I will be wanting to kill her one day.
That's right. All right. So you dance the night away. You've managed to get the promise of 1,500 troops
Nice.
to kind of
Woohoo.
get back into thing. And the noted military leader come wedding planner, Count Nicostrato Gattuso, will also be attending your army. As the evening winds down, it becomes more quiet. The dancing slows. People hear. At this point, Estera looks suddenly shocked as a small serving person passes a short note to her. She reads it. She looks at you, Ekadabana. Ekadabana, I have terrible news. I believe my father moves against us, or rather against you, I should say. He knows not of my presence at this thing. Be careful. He has many knives, and all of them are sharp.
Has he seen my bandolier
Exactly.
and my will respond? Do you have any more detail of how he plans to move?
I do not, but I believe one of his most trusted bodyguards is here. She looks around, suddenly afraid.
Can I pass that message to all my comrades to keep an eye out for anybody who's taking a special interest in us?
Yes, you can pass that out.
And can I say, can I start prowling around the balconies, looking and keeping an eye out for someone who might be keeping an eye on us?
Yes, you can certainly do that. So you start to kind of all look around. Does anyone have any razors left?
Yeah, I've got two. I
have
assume I
just
spent one doing things starting off, but I got razors and I haven't allocated them to anything.
Okay.
Did I have-
I
have to spend
assumed
one
you
for
were
lunch?
using one for the dancing, but that gives you one. That's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah. So that's two left.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Yep. Mhm. Sorry, what were you saying, Dave?
Did I have to spend a raise to intervene with an honest understanding, or just a hero point?
No, you just spent the hero point. That's
Okay,
fine.
so I have two races as well.
Okay. All right. So you're searching around the room, looking on the lookout for someone who you might or might not recognize as some servant of Sabat. I think it'll be, well, it should actually be for sure. So Azukina, you see the most one of the most dreaded swords people in the Summation Commonwealth, known to be a paid duelist, a person of low regard, a person who would trade and sell their sword to the highest bidder. And apparently Sabat meets that test. The lady Zaita Kowalski. And this is her.
Well, she's a happy sort. Now, is she here to kill Ekatavana or Ekatanava's friend in the library? Is that what we're suspecting? I'll ask the group. Is that what we're
I think we suspect she's here to kill Alexi. Right?
Yeah, I think she's here for me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna try and so I'm trying to position her so that I can take her out using over here with a hero point. So the idea is that I will be undetected. If I'm undetected, I can lure them out of the scene and take them out, knock them out, basically. And any other characters in the area remain unaware of my presence. So I've seen her. I'm now going to try and maneuver her to a quieter part of the party where I can just knock her out.
So you're gonna try and knock her out.
It literally is the skill. It says, while undetected, you can spend a hero point to lure a single character out of position and knock him out. Any other characters in the area remain unaware of the presence.
Okay. Right.
The other option I have is I could get Alexi out of here by going and doing an adventure through some restricted parts of the building.
Yep.
And just get her out of the scene altogether.
As in get Alexi out of the scene altogether.
Yep. So that's the second story work. You can spend a hero point to locate a way into a building or restricted area. You can bring up to one other character along with you, but everyone else has to find their own way.
Okay. So that, okay. So you could use it to flee the building if you had to.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I'm doing my bodyguard duties.
You are doing your bodyguard duties. Okay. So you don't think the first one's going to work against her? I'll be upfront. She's a major villain. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's fair enough.
So sort of magicking her away with a single hero point isn't kind of how that's going to fly. But the second one could be of direct relevance in any moment now. So you see her, she's kind of doing the whole desultory. She's got exactly as the picture shows, she's got the arms sort of hanging loosely, sort of, and very easily. She's got sort of the other arm hanging behind her. She's kind of dragging the sword across the floor to make a noise.
Yeah, I guess I don't need to point her out to anybody.
No, and she's walking towards the Marquis de Reggae, so the host of the party.
Oh.
Very, very unsubtly.
Okay.
She walks towards him, kind of blade hanging loosely by her side. She seems walks through the middle of the dancers. Everyone is horrified, of course.
I'm going to start to close because I have a thing about protecting people.
Okay. She looks across the room. How touching. The exiled pauper prince finds a sympathetic ear amongst the people of his whore.
Hey.
Wait your turn, little boy. I've come for the traitor. You might know him as the prince. Prince in name only. His father survived his attempt to kill him with fire and has signed a warrant. requesting the prince's return to the Commonwealth.
All right. I
He
close
said
back
notable
to
names.
Alexi.
Yeah.
So, Marquis, will you give the little prince up? Of course. Just know he will receive a fair trial, a reasonable rope, and a quick drop. But we'll have the trial. I hear he's been plotting some form of military adventure against the kingdom. Prince to fall so low and become such a traitor. It's very sad. Of course, you can always say no. And then we can duel. My blade against your blade. What do you say? Okay, so that's what she says to the Marquis. She's looking around the room, completely unconcerned with all of you. What do you do?
I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna step in and say, you will not take the prince unless you go through my blade.
And do you do something
Yeah,
to
and
challenge?
I pull out my sword and point at her.
Puppies with milk teeth should not fight wolves, little child. Tell me, how many men, women, children, dogs, cats, horses, donkeys have you killed?
Dogs. What?
Come
I
on.
have slain many a foe. Though I do not
Have
make a
you?
habit of going around and killing defenseless animals.
Well, neither do I. I mean, don't make a habit of it. But when the money's good, and someone really, really, really hates that fucking cat.
Paying for dogs to get mad at us.
It's what one does to make ends meet. Okay, so I'm fighting the boy, not you, Marquis. But if the boy loses, the prince doth come with me. That's the deal. Isn't
I
that right?
did not agree with that.
Well, I don't really care.
I go nowhere with you, madam. Nowhere. I value the loyalty of my friends and my dear brother-in-law to be stepping forward to defend me.
Are you going to duel me in his place?
No, don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
No. Come on, little prince. Why don't you fight me? I mean, look at you, big, strong boy like you. Should be a walk in the park. Look at me, little woman. One sword? You could crush me like a bug.
Oh.
Couldn't you?
I wish I still had my hero point.
No.
I have no truck with you. I am not coming with you. Go running back to your master and tell him that if he wants me, I will be coming to meet him myself before the palace, and we shall meet on the warfield, and I will defeat him in single combat. You go running home and tell him that. But no, I will not go with you right now.
Okay. That's a no then. You don't want to duel me. All right, you were up.
I will not
Come on.
duel you.
Come on, little.
Would I be able to use in this moment my virtue
Probably.
which is that when I'm the center of attention,
Yeah.
I've tried to make happen. I don't know how well it's working out, but
Yep.
I'm throwing myself out there. But it means that for the next risk, when I determine raises, every die counts as a raise.
What?
Whoa.
That's cool.
I'm glorious.
Okay. All right. You're gonna need them.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking.
So you're stepping up to do the dueling.
Yep.
So it's roll the dice for raises. And yes,
Yeah.
actually, hold on, you don't have to roll the dice, you just have to tell me how many dice you've got, and
Yeah.
that's how many raises you have.
And I would like to throw in
My
for
hero
determining raises. I am going to be using Veronica's Guile. So I'm using
Okay.
my 2 weapons, which means that when I build my risk pool for weaponry, I
Yeah.
may use either finesse or wits, or if I spend a hero point, I can use both.
Okay.
So I can add both my finesse and wits together.
Hold on.
Plus my weaponry.
So you're activating the virtue,
Yep, which doesn't cost anything.
and every dice that you could roll is now raised, and then
Yes.
you're using a hero point to combine 2 stats.
Yep. To make 5 dice for the stats plus 3 for weaponry.
Okay, that's
So
8
raises.
I might take the opportunity to run up to you and kiss you on the cheek. Tell you to do the family name crowd and use that to
Yeah.
point one a blessing.
And
Five
what does
bonus
that add?
dice. 5 bonus dice.
How many bonus dice?
I'm spending 5 points because that isn't going to hurt.
Oh,
Just my lashes.
okay. You know that comes back to hurt you, right?
It does. It
Oh
does,
my
but it's a crucial moment.
All right. So you
Cool,
are
I'm at
now...
13.
All right. She's gonna, yeah, actually good point. I can oh god, okay, yeah, that's another, okay, that's, yep. Okay, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bloody hell. Okay. All right, it's pretty simple. So it's basically 101 dueling. So we can fly through this very fast.
Awesome.
So you declare what I'm gonna get the dueling kind of moves out so I know what they are. Dueling, actually what's she using? That's a very fair point.
Work on that blessing. You get the 5 points. You can only put it on 1 risk, and if you spend any of it, you have to spend all 5 points at once.
Okay, so yes is the answer. That's what you're doing, right? Now, okay, so you've literally got, yeah. Did we just work it out as 13?
I've got 13, yeah.
Okay.
And I will say it is very tempting to try and go for lunge straight away, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to start off with a slash because I'm not completely confident on how many it will take to take her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does the slash do to her?
Slash is a number of wounds equal to my ranks in weaponry, so 3 points.
Right. Okay, so we begin. You slash her for 3 points. Now I can choose a maneuver as well. So I might riposte. Number of wounds equal to...
Oh, that one's... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, no, because I just did you damage, so yeah.
When you perform riposte, you prevent a number of wounds equal to your rank in weaponry and deal a number of wounds. You can perform riposte in your action only. You must perform it on the action immediately following the maneuver that cause the wounds. So she's going to do that, which means...
Cool, so 3 to me, and she prevents 3 to her.
Yep.
Yep.
So basically she cancels your attack and does 3 to you. Now it's your move.
It's my move, and I'm going to riposte her back.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going on. So that leaves her back to having 3 wounds, and you
me
back to 0.
Yeah.
I can't use riposte
Nope,
So
you can only do it
that's-
once.
So I've used up one of my razors. Okay, actually, considering the time. So do you want to describe the fight? Because you're going to win. Like I've got
Fuck
6
yeah.
razors.
Hell
You've
yeah.
got 13.
Okay, we do it starts
So
off with this kind of
tell
back
us how
and
the fight
forth.
goes down.
There's a back and forth kind of like parrying, and neither of us are really managing to get a hit on each other at first. And it's, you know, it's looking very, honestly, it's getting a little bit boring. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to lunge and drive my blade straight through her.
Right. Plus
As
the
she
razors you spend. Right, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep. So she's used up all of her razors. Now, if you burn all of your razors, we roll again. You understand that?
Yep.
Okay.
But it'll be 13 plus 3, so it'll be 16.
No, it won't be 13.
Oh no, because I've already used 2.
Well, by the
so-
time you get to the end of this, she's used 6 and you've used 6. So that last attack, the lunge, sort of is,
Yep.
you know, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, she can't really riposte you. So at the end of the 6, so are you saving the lunge up for the end? Do you want to tell me what moves you use between? So we do have to work it out. All right. So
Yeah.
you fainted, she riposte, you riposte, she takes wounds. Tick. Her attack is to try and bash you, which means you take 1 wound this time. And the next attack you launch loses damage of 3. Then you do what?
And then I faint.
Yep.
Yep.
You deal 1
So-
wound. Your target is injured in that round. Again, this round they suffer 1 additional wound, so you faint. Okay, so they then screw it. They probably do a lunge. Yep, they do a lunge. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then they can spend. You got 2. Oh shit! They can give you. They do you 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So you should have taken.
That
5
takes
wounds?
me. Yep, that takes me up to 5.
Yep, and then you've got basically kind of like a number of moves left.
Yep.
How many you've got? How many have you got left?
I've done 4. So
Okay, well you've got 9.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna lunge back.
Okay, so at this point you do the lunge, which does 3 points plus 8.
Plus 8.
Because it's 1 raise to do the attack,
do the
and then
attack,
for
and
every
then-
additional raise.
Yeah.
So you do her 11
So I do
points of-
11.
So she takes her first dramatic wound.
Yes. I have also taken mine.
Oh, you've taken a dramatic wound.
Well, I've got actually hang on. Wait, no, let me check that. What is it when you get to the first one? Oh no, it's just plus 1d10 to all risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Because I got 5 points of damage.
Yeah. So then we roll again.
Mm-hmm.
This time
I don't have a hero point to spend. So
you don't have a hero point to spend, and she only has her 8 die.
So
Ooh,
it still counts as me using all them, but it's not 8 this time. So it's gonna be just 3 plus 3. So 6 this time round.
6.
6. If my virtue is still activated.
Does it last for the whole?
For the next oh no, it's just for the next risk. Never mind.
Yeah, you have to roll.
Nope. Sorry, yep. I have to actually roll it.
Yeah. I rolled
All right.
atrociously is the good news for you.
That is good news.
Yeah.
I got 3 raises. There you
I
go.
got 2.
Hmm.
Okay, so we reset. She draws breath. She stumbles back, wounded. You did her. She actually ended up taking quite a bit of damage out of that.
Yeah. I did 11 points total, I think.
That was only in the final blow, though. But
Oh no, that was the final blow. I blew. That's right. I did.
You've
more
done
than
her
that.
14.
Yeah.
No, 15.
Nice.
Okay, she's one. Yeah, okay, that's important to know. She's obviously injured quite badly.
Yeah.
It's your go first, I think.
Yep. Awesome. I am going to.
Or do you want to wait to see what she does? I'll give you the choice.
Actually, I'm gonna go in with a bash to open it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You force your opponent off balance. You deal 1 point, and the next time they do 1 fewer point. Okay. All right. So, oh shit. Okay. All right. So you do a 1 point, which means she's going to do a riposte against you because she really doesn't want to take that damage. So that takes away the 1 point. And you prevent and deal a number of wounds equal to your ranks in weaponry. Cause the wound. You're preventing just move on this move only once per round. Okay, good to know. So you take 3 points. Yes.
Yep. Is that with the -1 wound?
Oh no,
that she
sorry.
can do. So 2
Oh,
points.
how many? What's your weaponry skill?
3.
Right. No, I do you 0 because it's per rank. Didn't you say you did bash, right?
Oh yeah.
It deals 1 fewer.
Oh, yeah. No.
wound for
Yep.
each
Sorry.
rank.
1 fewer for each rank.
All
I had no
right. So
weapon.
yep, she's on. So she does no damage, but she takes no damage. So that's kind of okay.
Yep.
Your attack.
Yeah. I'm going to do a slash.
A slash.
Yep. So
Slash
3
number of
points.
wounds. 3 points. Okay, I'll probably have to take that. I can't do anything to stop it. So she's now had 2 dramatic wounds. Which means
she could parry it if she doesn't want to take it, but it means that she doesn't do anything.
No, she'll wear it. Okay, and then your she then lunges at you, slashes you, doing you 3 points in return, and then you've got one last move, which could be.
I'm gonna riposte.
Yeah, this makes sense. Which means she takes 3 points of more damage.
And I don't take those 3 points of damage.
You do not. So she's now taken 21 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I'm down a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Next round. Roll.
Yep.
Bit better roll on my side. Not that it matters now. 2 successes again. 2 raises. Roll.
Oh, only 1. That was a shit roll.
And 4 unused dice.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the opening she's been looking for.
Yeah.
And not only that, I could grab those dice.
I know. That's what
It started off so well.
But for each
Amazingly
dice
well.
I do, I give you a hero point.
That could be very good.
Yeah.
You could activate your virtues
Yeah.
again. How many automatic raises do you want?
And that gives me danger points. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. So I'll grab 2 of those. Thank you very much. You can have 2 hero
I get
points.
2 hero points.
So I've now got
Nice.
2 danger points.
Yep.
Doom points, what are they called in this one? Okay, so I get 2 successes though. Aha! The worm has turned, sir. And she lunges at you again.
She goes straight in with the lunge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 points. No?
She's spending an extra raise, so she's going to do you 4.
4 plus her weaponry.
No, it's
no. Wait, no,
3
that's with. Sorry, no. Yep.
plus
no, that
1
makes
raise.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I haven't taken a second dramatic wound yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
All right. And I only have the 1, so since that's the case, I'm going to use it to riposte.
Okay. So I've got 1
so-
left, but it's 3 for 3. I can't. Oh, I can riposte the riposte,
You can riposte a riposte, yeah.
which means you would take 3 points.
Yeah. But I would just go back to where I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yep.
Cool.
So yeah. All right. Now I have some points to spend, so I'm going to spend them. And you've got 2 hero points.
I have 2 hero points, which means I could do that thing again.
You could.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
you declare it.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 raise.
Oh, and I forgot about my quick reflexes. I can remember
okay.
that this time.
What does that do?
It means that because I chose it to be weaponry, so when I roll 3 raises with that skill on my first action, I do it as if I had 4 raises. So I get an additional raise on my first action with that skill.
What? That's amazing. All right, you can do it this round since you didn't do it last round.
Yep.
All right, or first round even.
Yeah.
So how
and
many
I'm
raises
spending.
do you have?
Hang on, I'm spending a hero point, so that means it's weaponry. It doesn't have a way of adding. I'm just going to add it in as bonus dice.
Sure.
Because there's not really another way to do this.
Yep.
Because I'm getting both finesse and wits.
Yeah.
So plus 2 bonus dice. There we go.
And did you also add the bonus dice for where you are and the wound table?
Oh, I forgot about that. No, I did not.
And the bonus dice for quick reflexes.
Well, that's not a bonus dice.
Oh, that's just an extra raise.
It's just an extra raise. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Let me / 1. No, it'll be easier if I just re-roll the whole thing.
4 raises is good though.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
5 raises.
5 raises is better.
Oh,
So
excellent.
All right, I've got 3. You've got 5.
yeah, I've got 6 for this first.
Oh God, you got 6.
Yeah.
That's right.
You've created a monster.
I have. All right. So what do you want to do?
You know what? I feel like just going straight in. She's got to have taken a fair bit by this point. So I'm just going to go for a lunge.
Right, you're just going to
away.
blow the whole show.
I'm just going to blow the whole show. Yep.
Okay, so
So
that'll
that's
do
5, 6,
7
7, 8.
points. 8 points. Okay, so I can make that 5 points
Yeah.
and do you 3.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to do that. So take
Cool.
3 wounds.
Yep. That gets me up to my second step,
Wound.
which is villains gain 2 bonus dice against me.
All right, so she's at. Okay, yep, I know what she's at. So you charge in and foolishly put it all into one attack.
Yeah.
And I do mean foolishly because you probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I had 3, so I've used 1. I'm gonna use the second one to bugger it, I'll just lunge back. You can take 4 points.
All right. 4. All right,
Okay.
puts me at 3. Luckily, I have that ability that lets me go for an extra thing.
This is very bloody
you-
duel, this one.
You've got the hard to kill.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, all right. That's that round. And then it's one last round of fighting. Now I'm going to roll a fair number of dice now because you gave some back to me.
Yeah, I'm spending another hero point to do the thing.
Are
again.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, what does the third one do?
Oh, the third one does my 9s count as 10 during risks.
Okay, we'll see if it calculates that.
Yeah. We'll see if it does that automatically.
All right, roll.
Spending the hero point plus those dice. There we go. Okay, let's see. It did not.
It did not. Okay. Do you have
Okay.
any 9s? Oh no, 1, 2, 3,
That's
4.
oh, actually, hang on. Yeah,
I think
actually.
it did.
No, but it's saying 1 plus 9 there to make it 10.
Oh, it is 2. So they should just be 10, 9, 9 is 3 plus 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
because
Yeah.
actually it's still only going to end up, because the 1 and the 2 are still going to end up just being unused die, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you've got 2 2s which were used. You've used up the 1. What is the dice that's not using? The 4. Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
enough to get you over
Yeah.
the line, so it doesn't matter.
No.
So you
Yep.
got 4 raises, and I got. Okay. All right. You feel like this could be it.
Yep.
She's on her last legs, much as you appear to be.
Yeah.
I will give you the first attack.
Okay, I'm bashing to start off with again.
Okay, so
So
bashing
1
means-
wound, and she deals fewer wounds to me.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll parry that.
Yep.
Which means she takes no damage.
Mhm.
But she also does no damage.
Does no damage. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I will now. Yeah, I will now faint.
Okay, so what does that do again?
So she takes 1 wound, and if she's injured again this round, they suffer an additional wound.
Okay, so yep, she takes 1 wound. Yep, and if she's injured again, she takes an additional wound. Okay, she will. Damn it. She's gonna lunge you. Yep, she's gonna lunge you. Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll cause 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
You can repose because you haven't done that yet.
Oh no, lunge is unblockable.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if we've been playing it that way. Because didn't we riposte after 1 or 2 lunges earlier?
Maybe. I thought I riposted after a slash. I don't know if I did after a...
Anyway, that's fine.
Oh.
All right.
Yep.
She does you 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Then.
Okay, well that takes me over into my bonus land.
Bonus. It's bonus time, people.
Yeah. It's okay.
right.
I have an extra 4. I have 4
Sudden
spare
death.
right now. Yeah.
It's 4. It's sudden death. What are you doing?
Yep. I've got another, so I am going to slash.
Okay, you do her 3 points.
Yeah.
She's got nothing left. So
Oh, she's got nothing left? Awesome.
yeah, I used them for the lunch.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. So then I slash and I'll slash again, I guess. You know.
No, you can't follow a slash with a slash.
Oh no. Oh yeah, okay. Well then I've slashed and then I guess I riposte.
Can't riposte because
You can't
do
You
that.
haven't been attacked. You
Yeah.
could punch her,
Yeah. All right.
You could lunge.
I'll lunge.
lunge.
How many?
It doesn't actually
Sorry
do
about it.
anything different to a slash because I have no extra raises.
Yep. But you cause her an extra 3 points of damage,
Yeah.
which is enough to knock her out.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I have 4 left.
Okay. There's a.
As she
there's-
staggers to the side of it.
Stab, hack, stab, hack, stab, hack. You're all going, God, make it end. All right. So this duel, scatters across the room. But in the end, Bertrand is victorious. And you
Huzzah.
defeat Zita Kowalski. All right. In a final hurried moment, she turns to you. She's not dead, of course, because you're a duelist and this is...
Yeah, no, it's honorable
superhero
challenge, yeah.
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 She drops her sword and falls to one knee, holding a hand over the nasty cut in her side. Well, there's more than one. She glares up at Bertrand through her disheveled hair. So be it. The traitor remains for now, but he cannot escape justice forever. Betrayal cannot go unanswered. Your people cry out for justice, Alexi.
I
Not quite
know.
sure who she's talking
I
about.
know they
And
do.
justice
and
they'll
that's why
have.
I am coming for Svet.
And she collapses to the ground. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh
The end
God.
of the session.
That duel really did go on forever.
Thank you, Bertrand, for
Yeah.
standing up for my honor.
Yeah, it looks like I'm dead right now on my character sheet because it doesn't have like a way of putting in my extra 4. I just know
No,
that they're there.
This is a
It
truth.
looks like I'm completely dead.
This is very true.
Yeah.
So
Well, now
yeah,
I know
so
how
that
to kill.
that is the end of session 2. Now
Lovely party.
again sometime.
I knew somebody was going to get stabbed.
It's not a party without it.
Just
you know?
looking at the
That's right.
dates, yeah, I definitely can do the next fortnight, and then I'm jetting away. So, although I'm also, anyway, I'm going to be picking up someone else's load because they need some help. So, all good. If that works. So anyway, but actually just very quickly, so that was the dramatic scene thing, which I think takes a little bit more practice than maybe we had, but you know, it's one of those things you would, I imagine, would develop over time. I will just mention how deadly duelists are just one last time in comparison to everyone else in the party. Like, I think you've got an ability as a senior that you can do an extra wound.
Yes, I get a bonus die as a fencer when using
Yeah,
rapier.
that's right. You get a bonus die as a fencer, but like they do 3 wounds per raise,
Yeah.
and you do 1 wound per raise. It adds up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Although if I'd let you use your advantage, then you know you wouldn't have.
Well, I think it'd be quite correct. You don't use it on a major villain.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't argue for it. All right, so we'll gather together. If everyone's comfortable, we'll gather together on the 1st of December.
Mhm.
Yep.